name is Barbara Wittman, and I'll be reading a book called Just Ask by Sonia Sotomayor. And on the front of this book is a picture of a little girl pushing a cart with plants in it. And the book has lots of flowers and pretty green things on it. So on the first page, it has a little girl pushing a cart with flowers and plants, and 3 little kids following her with more flowers and plants. And there's a bunny here too. She says, "Hi, I'm Sonia. My friends and I are planting a garden. Gardens are magical places. Thousands of plants bloom together, but every flower, every berry, and every leaf is different. Each has a different smell, a different color, different shape, and different purpose. Some flowers need lots of sunlight. Others thrive in shade. Some have to be trimmed regularly, while others are better off left alone. Some trees and flowers are more fragile, and others are more hardy. Kids are all different too. Some of us are in a hurry, and others take more time. Some of us seem shy and quiet, but others are chatty and loud. Some of our differences are easy to spot. Others take longer to notice. Each of us grows in our own way. So, if you're curious about other kids, just ask." And on this page, there's a picture of a little girl pricking herself. And there's also bees and fireflies and a little wagon in the back with stuff in it. The page says, "Not everyone is comfortable answering questions about themselves, but I don't mind. What am I doing? Several times a day, I prick my finger to measure the sugar in my blood, and I give myself shots of medicine called insulin. I do this because I have diabetes, and my body doesn't make insulin naturally like other people's. Even though this can sometimes hurt, I gather all my courage and do it to be healthy. Do you ever need to take medicine to be healthy? Anybody?" The next page has a picture of a boy painting rocks, one of my favorite hobbies. And of course there's a bunny in the background too. And there's 2 little kids digging in the ground and planting flowers. And the little boy says, "I do. My name is Raphael, and I have asthma, which means I sometimes have trouble breathing. When that happens, I take a break and use an inhaler with medicine to make breathing easier. Quiet time helps me slow down and catch my breath. My inhaler is like a tool to help my body. Do you use a tool to help your body?" Now on this page, it has a little boy in a wheelchair pointing in a direction with a map on his lap. And 3 little kids are running after him. I wonder what he's going to find. Let's read. "I'm Anthony, and I use a wheelchair to get around. Even though I can't run with my legs, I can go super fast." How do you get from place to place? On this page, there's a small child with a dog. Looks like the dog is helping the child see. And then there's another child next to him, and he's using a stick to help him see. And there's bugs on the page too, and a butterfly. It says, "My name is Madison, and my guide dog, Lucky, helps me get places safely because I'm blind. My friend Artio is blind too. He uses a cane to get around. Even though we can't see, we strengthen our other senses and notice lots of details others might miss. We can hear with our ears, smell with our noses, and feel with our hands. How do you use your senses?" a little girl watering a tree, and two little kids in the background planting flowers. Hi, I'm Vijay. I learn about the world differently because I can see, but I can't hear. I'm deaf. Most of the time, I communicate with people using my face and hands through sign language. It's cool to know another language. I also love reading and writing. What about you? On this page, there's a little girl lying on the grass, looking into the sky, and she has a piece of paper and a pencil, and she looks like she was drawing. So let's see what it says about her. I'm Bianca, and I have dyslexia. So I have to work really hard to take my time when I'm reading and writing words. I sometimes use the computer programs to help me. I love learning by doing things. My imagination is full of ideas, and I'm very good at making art from the pictures I see in my head. And on this picture, looks like these two children are walking on a rainbow. And one little boy has a costume on. He's a dinosaur. And the other little girl is holding a plant and watching a butterfly. I'm great at dinosaurs. I know all about them. I'm Jordan, and I have autism. Organizing and counting all my toy dinosaurs again and again makes me feel calm. My classmate, Tiana, also has autism, but it's different for her. She doesn't talk. But I like to talk, especially like to talk about dinosaurs. What do you like to talk about? On this page, there's a little girl looking at a little bug with a shovel in her hand. And behind her are 4 children, all planting plants. For me, listening comes more easily than talking, and I'm a really good listener. My name is Anne, and I speak with a stutter. So I sometimes repeat a word or get stuck when I try to say it. It may take me a little longer to express myself, and I'm too shy to talk, but I understand everything that's going on. Do you ever wonder if people understand you? On this page, there's a girl who's winking at an owl who's also winking at her. She says, I do. My name is Julia. Sometimes I wiggle or make sounds that I can't control because I have Tourette's syndrome. People may look at me funny because they think I'm not paying attention or just acting out. But it's not true. I'm listening. I don't always like having to explain. It frustrates me. But it helps when I tell people that it's just what my body does. Do you ever feel frustrated? On this page, there's a little boy who's looking like he jumped into the air, and he has seeds in his hands that he threw up. I guess that's how he's planting seeds. Looks kind of fun. And there's 2 little girls behind him planting plants and watching him. There's a dinosaur in this picture too. Oh, that's fun. He says, my name is Manuel, and I have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It is also called ADHD. I get frustrated when I really feel the need to move around, even though I'm supposed to sit still. When my teachers and friends are patient with me, if I forget something or get distracted, I can get myself back on track. What's helpful to you? In this picture, looks like this little boy is holding a flower and saying hi to a squirrel. And this squirrel is holding an acorn, and it looks like he's giving it to him. Let's see what it says. Hi, I'm Nolan. It's helpful to me when the food I eat has a clear label that says it is nut-free, because I'm allergic to nuts. They can make me so sick that I would have to go to the hospital if I ate any, even by accident. So I always tell people about my allergy and ask if any food have nut ingredients. Speaking up keeps me healthy. How do you use your voice? This page, there's a little girl who looks like she's listening to beautiful birds singing. And she has a flower in her hair. She says, I love to sing and I love to talk. I love to make new friends and be included. I am Grace. I was born with Down syndrome. Kids like me with Down syndrome have an extra building block called a chromosome in our bodies. But we are all different from each other too. I can do almost anything any other kid can do, though learning new things can take some time. One way I learned is to ask questions. What helps you learn? Now, there's a lot of kids in this picture. And they're all looking like they are just happy, happy, happy. And they're among flowers outside. And the sun is shining. And there's an owl in the picture too, and a bunny. And toy dinosaurs. And it says, it's me, Sonia, again. I ask questions too. When something seems different or new, I ask my parents or teachers, and they help me to understand, especially if my friends don't feel ready to explain. This is what I've learned. Imagine if all the plants in this garden were exactly the same. Like, what if we only grew peas? That would mean no strawberries or cucumbers or carrots. It may also mean no trees or roses or sunflowers. Just like in our garden, all the ways we are different make our neighborhood, our whole world really more interesting and fun. And just like all those plants, each of us has a unique power to share with the world and make it a more interesting and richer. What will you do with your powers? The end. And the back of it says, each of us grows in our own way. And it's a picture of 4 little kids just holding and carrying and walking with flowers and shovels.